Good morning, truck team. We're outside again, and we're on the Erie Canal again. But we're at a special spot at the Erie Canal. Can you see that mile marker? We're at mile marker 1.5 on the toll path. This path was once used by mules that pulled boats along the Erie Canal. Today, it's a place to walk, to bike, to rollerblade. You can't use any motor vehicles though, and it's usually so quiet, but there's this guy mowing the lawn across the street that I can't get him to stop. So oh well, let's just continue. Why are we here? We want to talk about adding fractions with common denominators. So let me start here. What if I started here at mile marker 1.5 and I walked 3.5 miles? What mile marker would I be at? Well, that's an addition problem, and here we go. First thing you ask yourself is if you have common denominators. If you do, you're lucky, you're easy. Just copy that denominator. Now you need to add the numerators. 1 plus 1 is 2. Don't forget about the big guys, add the whole numbers. 3 plus 1 is 4. Now you know that you can never leave a fraction answer like this. You always have to reduce. And you know that when the numerator and the denominator are the same number, it's always going to reduce to 1. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Do you remember our other video where we drop down and divide? 2 goes into 2 once, so this equals 1 whole. I must add the whole numbers, so I would be at mile marker 5 if I were to do that. Pretty cool, huh? What if I started here and walked to marker 4.5? How far would I have walked? Well, that's a subtraction problem. We want to walk up to mile marker 4.5, but I started at 1.5, so I need to subtract. Same thing. Oh, that guy's not giving me a break, is he? Same thing. Common denominators, so I can keep my common denominator. But then I have to subtract. 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. Oh my goodness. So this equals nothing. Because if I drop down and divide, 2 into 0 goes 0. So my answer is I would have walked, how far did I walk? 3 miles. Last one. Finally, what if I started here and got to mile marker 5 and I wanted to know how far I walked? Another subtraction problem. 5, end up at marker 5, but I started here, not at 0. So I need to subtract. Okay, let's make this clearer. Can I subtract nothing minus 1/2? No way. I need to borrow. So this becomes 4. I cannot put 1 there. I have to put it in the form of a fraction. And because the common fraction is 2 already, let's do 2 over 2. After all, that equals 1 whole, correct? So I'm going to pick that. I could have used 3 over 3, 4 over 4, 5 over 5, but I want a common denominator. Now I just subtract. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. 3.5 miles. Come on down here and take a walk, a rollerblade, a bike, and enjoy yourself. But remember, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, you need common denominators. If they're already common denominators, you've got it made. See you next time. Come on and trek with me.